What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. La la la. La 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 la. Just walking through the door. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry, I'm taking my coat off. I'm doing the most. As I've been told I do at work. Thank you guys for watching. The new subscribers. Hey guys, hi. I think it's so funny that hold on, y'all. Let me put this coat. I had a whole coat on today and it was 70 degrees, but I'm not about to be sick out here in the hospital with these people every time they want to play with the weather. I ain't got time for that. But yo, how come every time I talk about black people, my motherfucking views go up? My motherfucking subs go up. It's so comical that every time I talk about black people, y'all, my last video that went crazy viral when I first started my channel, I was talking about the destruction of black people, men specifically. So I think that's so comical that the algorithm pushed the videos that got me talking negatively about my own people, but it's warranted. It's warranted because you can't never say nothing about black people. You cannot be black and talk about black people. Like, we don't have negative shit that go on in the cosmos. Like, you can't talk about your own people because you black. You can't say anything that's going to offend your own people because you are the people you're talking about. Which I think is crazy. It's crazy that I would get a comment calling me ignorant and racist over my experience as a black person in America. So let's talk about it real quick before my son walked through the door. Let's talk about it since we still have some people still stuck on a paradigm of the white man did this to us and we was all slaves and you can't have any affection for anyone else outside of the race that's poor or have been poor and have or did struggle the same as you. See what I don't understand, right? Everybody want to go against white people. Black people always, it's a certain paradigm. It's a certain people that's still stuck on a certain timeline in black society. There is still a certain, in black culture, there is still a certain percentage of black people who are still stuck on a certain timeline, right? But the truth of the matter is that white people, poor white people, have always been by black people's side. If we can think about history and civil rights and the Black Panther movement and all of these marches and all of these things, who the fuck was standing right next to us? I'll wait. Who was still fighting next to us in all of the wars, the historical wars? Who was there? Even if we had to be in our own brigades, even if we were segregated to a certain degree, right? Who was right by our side? According to the history. Let's just according to the history, right? According to the photos that's been put out there, according to which you have seen within the past 20 years of recent protests and things of that nature, who's right by black people's side? I'll wait while y'all think about the answer. I'll wait. What other culture of people has been writing for black people for hundreds of years now? I'll wait. As soon as black people got emancipated from slavery, some of the first people who went to court to protest to get married to the other race was, I'll wait. So why am I racist or ignorant? Because I acknowledge that there are poor classes of citizens in every culture. That some other cultures grew up in the Black experience because they grew up around Black people. But I think that there's some of Black people who are just so ignorant to what actually happened, let's just say according to their history, right? Because poor white people wasn't the same as the people who had money. Poor Native American people weren't the same as the Native American people who had money, who traded on their ancestors so that they can acquire wealth. Any culture it doesn't matter. If you grew up poor, or you know what the poor experience is like, especially if you grew up in a mixed cultured neighborhood where all of y'all was on the same level as far as when it comes to surviving, right? When it comes to surviving, a lot of us are on the same level. It doesn't matter what culture you come from or what color your skin is. And I think that those people who are still stuck on that timeline, you guys are being deleted one way or another, whether it's this lifetime, whether your offspring will be the last offspring of your bloodline. It's so many people not having children right now. What do you think that that's going to cause? The end of certain people bloodlines who don't need to be carried over to the new paradigm that's happening now. See, there's a shift in consciousness that's happening, and all of you aren't coming. Your descendants won't be coming because you're still stuck on a timeline that's been burnt and destroyed already. We're on a new timeline. Some of us are on a new timeline, elevating to a new spiritual consciousness. And for those of you who are still stuck on that hatred of other cultures, who are still stuck in religion, who are still stuck on whatever paradigm you're stuck on, you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. You're going to stay stuck because you still have hatred in your heart for people who come from a different bloodline than the people who colonized this country and other countries. See, y'all think that all white people bloodlines are the same when they're not. They are certain families, certain bloodlines who continue to elevate why all of us suffer at the same motherfucking time, no matter what culture, race, creed, nationality, wherever you however you identify, none of that matters. You see, because while you're still thinking that the white man is still holding you back, you and your descendants will be deleted from the future earths, any reincarnations, because we don't need the shift that the earth is going through. We don't need the same type of people thinking the same type of way, passing it down through their generational DNA, still thinking of the same shit from 200 years ago that it exists now or 100 years ago. See, all of you will be deleted voluntarily or involuntarily because the new shift that's coming along, you guys can't come. You will not be a part of it. Because you still think the same way. Even when the evidence is even when you lived a significant amount of life on this planet and seeing how things play out for your own two eyes, You still stuck on a timeline that no longer exists. And I'm glad I'm not on that timeline with some of y'all. I'm so happy I'm not on some of these timelines that some of y'all is on, because y'all still stuck and stagnated and don't know the true history because you listening to some of the same brainwashed ass people, reading the same brainwashed ass information, getting the same brainwashed results, and then come on my comment section and tell me that I'm ignorant and racist. Because I do believe that there are other cultures with different color skin who has similar experience as Black people, especially if you grew up poor. Even if you got yourself together in your adult life, but you just grew up poor and struggling. And is that the whole entire Black experience, every single person? No. This is not a one-size-fits-all thing. But for those of us who understand that there are different cultures of people with different color skin who still experience some of the same things that Black poor people or underclass people still deal with, because all of us aren't going to make it to the top. That they don't set it up that way. They don't set it up that way for everyone to win, to every family and every bloodline to win. It doesn't work like that because they didn't set it up like that. So everybody's not going to be at the top of the so-called success ladders and totem poles and all of this bullshit that man created as a version of success in their eyes. Because I'm comfortable. I may not have millions in my bank account. I may not have the nicest cars in the driveway, but guess what? I'm comfortable and I'm happy. I got food to eat. I have a roof over my head. I got clothes. I got hair, real hair on my head. That I could choose to wear fake if I want. Like I still live a comfortable life that makes me satisfied. My children are happy and they play and they're full and they good. So I don't need $1 million to make sure that happened. I don't need stacks on stacks on stacks in my bank account to make sure that happened. I don't need all that luxury bullshit to make sure that it happened. I don't need society's fucking example of success as my success. But what I've noticed and what I've seen, that there are people of different cultures who go through, if you live in a mixed cultured neighborhood, we all going through the same thing. Whether we all working class mixed folks, whether we all poor mixed folks, whether we all whatever the fuck mixed folks. So for those of you who don't understand that, you ain't got to comment. You ain't even got to watch my video. I'm still shocked. I'm making videos that people don't like, and y'all gonna comment in this shit and call me all types of shit based on my experience as a fucking human being on this planet. It may not be your experience, which is fine, because we're all not going to have the same experience. That's the nature of the game of the school of Earth. We're not going to all have the same experience. We all have different time. We all have different reasons and why we're here and what we're doing. So I just wanted to get on here and clarify that before I go and wind my day down. Because I do feel like there are certain people stuck on a certain timeline, and they want to pull us on certain people on their timeline. It's like, sir, I've been graduated from that timeline. I've been graduated from that school of thought. I've been graduated from that hatred. I've been graduated from hating the white man and anybody else. I have more hatred. If I'm gonna have some hatred, I'm gonna have more hatred towards my own people than I would have for another set of people who couldn't do nothing if it wasn't for the people that they conquered to give up. Our ancestors sold us for money, fame, power, whatever. So if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at your own race of people who wasn't strong enough to say, fuck it, I'll die rather than be conquered. We wouldn't even have been here if niggas would have stood 10 toes down and said, fuck it, wipe the race out then. We don't want to fucking be here with y'all motherfuckers then. Wipe us the fuck all out then, nigga. Wipe us out then, nigga. We don't want to be here any fucking way. Like the fuck? But they can't, because they need us. Everybody needs everybody. But we're the culture. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We're the culture, so they need us. That's why they kept us around. Because you think that they couldn't, you think that these people with these powers couldn't have wiped us out if they really wanted to? Not no slow death. Not a slow death. These motherfuckers could literally wipe us the fuck out through the food, and I'm not talking about the long-term shit. Oh, they're poisoning us. Y'all act like if you take a sip out the tap water today, you're going to die. You're going to drop dead right on the scene. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the power that they truly have if they really wanted to wipe us out. But anyway, I'm done with this one, y'all. Am I done? Yeah. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe too, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subs up, y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Shit be rough out here. I am a full-time single person doing everything by myself. So, it's not an excuse. It's just I be fucking tired. It is what it is. And so, I don't be feeling like recording. So, but I'm going to try to do better. That's all I could say. Try to do better. So, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease.